it's Alex Librarian. Today I will be giving a book summary on the book The Hive Queen. Yeah, this is the 12th book of the Wings of Fire series, and it's part of the new era, the Lost Continent. And make sure you watch my first 11 videos on the first 11 books, and you should also watch my book on Darkstalker. And so basically in this book, Cricket Cricket wakes up in the cave that they ended in the 11th book. And then when she wakes up, she finds that Sundew is gone, but then learns that the Leafwings are early risers, and she just found Sundew at the beach. And Sundew said that they needed to take down all the hives, and so they could live in peace. The Leafwings in the poison jungle, the Hivewings and the Silkwings independent. And Sundew said the only way to do that was to burn down all the hives. And she said she wanted to use Blue's flame silk since he is a flame silk. And Cricket says that Blue would never do that, and Blue only wants peace, and she wants what Blue wants. So Cricket explains to Sundew that most Hivewings are good, but the only reasons they are bad is because the Queen mind controls them. So they have to find a way to stop the mind control. And Sundew agrees, but she tells Cricket that she only has 2 nights to figure it out. So Cricket and Blue, Swordtail, and Sundew, they all leave to the Jewel Hive. And the Jewel Hive is a new hive that was mentioned before, and they're looking for the Chrysalis. The Chrysalis is like a group of Silkwings who want to rebel against the Hivewings, and they were assuming that they would probably know since they were in the Chrysalis. And when they go to the Jewel Hive, they disguise themselves as a Jewel Hive member, since most of the people in the dragons in the Jewel Hive, they wear lots of jewels, and they wear a lot of accessories. So they stole some from shops, and they went to try to find signs of where the Chrysalis are, because since the Chrysalis is a secret organization, they obviously don't want people to know. But Cricket immediately spots the clue. It says on the bottom of the statue of Queen Wasp, it says library midnight 5. She knew that they had to go to the library at midnight, but she didn't know what 5 meant just yet. And since Cricket's mom lived in Jewel Hive, she knew a lot of hiding places when she visited, because since Cricket wasn't being mind controlled by Queen Wasp, so when people were when dragons were being mind controlled by Queen Wasp, she had to find a place to hide so she wouldn't be recognized. So she has a hiding place. It's like a water chamber, and so they go there and they wait till midnight. But before midnight comes, she sees her sister Katydid sneaking to her mother's house. So Cricket leaves the others in the water tank, and she goes to meet Katydid. And she asked Katydid why she was in her mother's house and why was she in Jewel Hive. And Katydid didn't answer, but she told Cricket that actually her mother wasn't actually her mother. And Katydid said she would explain to her at Lady Scarab's house at midnight. So when Cricket goes back to the water tank, it's finally midnight. So they leave to the library, and they search for the meaning of 5, since the doors of the library was locked. So Cricket finally finds out that on the 5th hump of a statue of Clearsight's back, there's a key. So they use that key to fit in the door, and they go into the library. and they find 3 other silkwings, and they said they didn't know anything about mind control. But then they were talking about that guards came rushing into the library. So they all went to hide in one of those places where you return books, and they covered themselves with books. And the Hivewing guards eventually leave, and when they do leave, the Chrysalis eventually leave the crew, and Cricket goes to Lady Scarab's house. And Lady Scarab explains to Cricket, and Cricket leaves Blue, Swordtail, and Sundew at a cave. It's the cave that they started out with. So Cricket went to Lady Scarab's house, and Lady Scarab explained that Katydid was actually Cricket's mother. And Cricket was very surprised, and she finally figured out a theory of why she didn't have mind control. Because Lady Scarab explained that Queen Wasp would go to the nursery, and she would check on the eggs every few months. So Cricket was suspicious about that, and she was wondering if that had to do with any mind controlling things. So, and Cricket also is suspicious because since Katydid hid Cricket, that means Queen Wasp didn't do anything to Cricket, so she was assuming that Queen Wasp did something in the nursery. So what Cricket did is that day was the day that Queen Wasp would come. So Cricket snuck into the nursery right before she came, and she looked at the eggs. All the eggs were marked by their parents' names, and some eggs have 0 signs. One has half a sign, and another group has the whole entire sign. So Cricket looks around, and she sees an egg that says orphan. So she takes that egg and hopes that she doesn't, or that she could save it from being mind controlled, and she wanted to raise an egg. So when Queen Wasp comes, she plunges her stingers in every single egg, and she doesn't put her stinger in any of the eggs with 1 sign, but she puts 1 in the half, and she puts 1 in the 0 marked one. And Cricket was assuming that they have to get stabbed twice, and they would get mind controlled by the Queen Wasp. So Cricket, after Queen Wasp left, Cricket left to tell the others, and she found the egg and she gave it to Sundew, and they slept, and then the next night when they wake up, Cricket sees that the egg has hatched, and she names the baby Hivewing Bumblebee, and inside the egg was this green plant, and Sundew, the expert of plants, knew exactly what that plant was. She smelled that plant at at Queen Wasp greenhouse. So they go back to the Okay, so right before they leave the cave, they see that a hive was burning, and Sundew explained that her parents burned the hive and that she had no control over them. So while every single hive around that hive rushed to that hive, the Sundew, Cricket, Blue, and Swordtail, they rush to Wasp Hive, and Blue uses his flame silk to burn down the greenhouse. So no more baby dragonets would be injected by the mind control stuff. And Sundew said to them that they were no longer safe, and that they needed to go back to her home, where many leafwings live, the poison jungle. So the book ends when they starts to go to the poison jungle, the forest where all the leaflings live. So that's the end of the book. Thanks for watching. Bye.